Welcome back to the channel. No surprises where I'm going. Just arrived at Sydney Airport. On my way to Malé, but via KL. So just about to jump on a flight to Kuala Lumpur, stay there one night, and then head to Malé for my diving trip. So yeah, let's get going. We're super excited. So just arrived in the Maldives. This is the brand new Terminal 1 and I got a rose which is really cool. So this is the brand new terminal, and this fire truck was spraying the plane because we were one of the first ones in. So yeah, right, let's go and find my rep to take me to the hotel. So I've just been picked up from the airport and been transferred to my hotel, which is the Saman Grand, which is in Malé. So I'm just sat here waiting for my room to be ready, and they're playing the Venga Boys. So what a start to the holiday. So this is King Salman Mosque. Very modern, most modern mosque I've seen. But I'm in Malé, and it's actually quite surprising. It's actually a buzzing little place. So I'm just about to have a walk around. I'm here for one night. There's loads of little coffee bars and shops and snacks and stuff. But yeah, it's raining. But anyway, this is the King Salman Mosque, and I'm gonna go and have a look around and then try and get something to eat. So this is the harbour. So it's where all obviously the what local boats or fishermen do. And then I just stumbled on the old fish market. So all these guys catching fish. And then that's all the catch, which obviously they're weighing and selling. And these are all the bins with all the bits of fish. Nice. So this side is where you buy it. So you give them the number 1 this is, tell them how much you want. And then you take it over the other side and they fillet it for you. And this is where the guys chop it up. So this guy's totally busy. Look at all those tunas that somebody's bought, either a restaurant or a boat. And then he's going to spend the next hour or so filleting it. And this is where they get all the fresh produce from. Absolutely amazing place. Fish market and the fruit and vegetable market, all in the same place. I mean, shit, I've just been walking along and got to the edge of the pier, and there's all these fucking rays in the water. They all must be feeding on these little tiny fish. And they're here, right next to the market and the boats. So that's the new bridge that links the airport, which is over there, to the main island, Malé. And this is an artificial beach that they built, which is next to the mosque. And I must say, I'm actually really impressed with Malé. Walking around, there's loads of stuff to do, and now they've got a market with singers and stuff, so I'm going to go and check that out. But Malé is a big plus for me. It's a great place. So that's the old Terminal 1 where I was when I came last time I came to the Maldives. And then as you exit, this is where you get all the boats that take you out, taxis to the hotels. And in my case, just waiting for the Doni or the small boat from the Liveaboard to come and pick me up. But yeah, this is the old terminal. And then down there at the end is the new terminal where we came in. And the hotel I was in last night is next to the blue roof of the mosque. So right, just waiting for the guys with orange shirts come pick me up, then I'll get on one of those boats and head out to the Liveaboard. Okay, so this is my room. Oh my god, it's like freaking luxury. I brought my dive pack upstairs and holy shit, I've got a full bathroom. So the boat's really nice. I'll take some video around, but just going to unpack my bag. That's my room for the week. Okay, so that's my room. There's another room there. Stairs down the stairs. 2 rooms. It's a bell, which means I think it's like lunch. Deck out here. Weather's pretty shit. Deck upstairs. It's quite a big boat. But still raining. Right, let's go downstairs and see what they got for lunch. So it's the first morning. It's 6:25. But they use boat time here, so they add an hour. So for the next week we're an hour in front because of just the daylight. But this is the front of the boat. That is the Karumba Resort. So our first dive yesterday, our check dive, was a bit of a boring dive, and it's quite late because the weather's been shocking. The weather's not so bad this morning. It's the front of the boat. My cabin's at the top, and that's what we're going to do in our briefing. So we're going to do shark tank this morning. So I'm just waiting for the briefing. So I think there are loads of Italians on the boat. I think there's about 3 Westerners. Everyone hangs out at the back having coffee. There's Malé in the background. But the boat's quite big. Have a look round.
No, ho visto anche Michael prima.
And it's in here, downstairs kitchen. Morning. And that's the lounge. Okay. Breakfast. You order your eggs. They have pretty much everything you want. The weather's broken. broken. So I'll just come out through here. Good morning. Still a bit windy, but it's not raining. It was a bit of a rough crossing this morning. We're still on the east side of the atolls because we can't go west because the channel is too rough. This is more like it. The paella and sangria. So this is the weather in the Maldives. It looks like the fucking North Sea out there. The weather has been shocking. That's the dhoni that we use. So just about to go on the last dive of the day, but yeah, look at that. The wind, rain, it's cold. Oh well, still rather be here. Welcome to the Maldives. So I have no idea what day it is today, but it's the last day of diving. I've got two dives today, and then tonight on the boat, and then back to Malé tomorrow. So yeah, it's I'll do a wrap up review, but anyway, let's get on the boat and let's enjoy the last day of diving. Okay, that's a wrap. That's 17 dives done. There's Marley in the background. Seaplanes going off. So I'll do a wrap up later, but yeah, the weather has turned very nice in the last few days, which has been good, better than the start of the trip. But yeah, so just packed up. They got my bags. Let's just gonna head back to the airport. So I'm sat in my room. I was gonna go diving, but it's cancelled, and the weather is shocking. So anyway, well, I'll do a wrap up. It's the guys at the back cleaning up the rubbish from the storms. Wrap up of the liveaboard first. It was good. It was really good. The weather has been really poor. I was talking to a guy who said that they get this type of weather in June and July, and it's not normal for this time of year, which is, everyone bloody says that. But it is what it is. You can't do nothing about the weather. So it started off really shit and windy, and then I had some good weather, and then the weather turned again and got shit. So it's on and off. But on the whole, the weather impacted the itinerary of the boat, so we only stayed on the east side of the Central Atolls. We didn't cross over to the west, so we couldn't do that because the sea was just too rough. But the diving, I did 17 dives. They were all good, and maybe 3 or 4 of those dives were probably the best dives I've ever done. So lying down next to the nurse sharks, the night dive with all the nurse sharks and the rays, was just phenomenal. So, and the sharks, and then the last dive of the trip saw a huge tiger shark, and then to see all the other grey nurse sharks, the other nurse sharks, the black tips, white tips, to see a tiger, it was fucking enormous. Anyway, so there's many diving highlights, even though the weather impacted a lot of the itinerary. So the diving was superb. There were some dives which were compromised because of the weather. It was also challenging to get on and off of the boat because of the swell, but this is all teaches you and gives you good skills for the future. So that was really good. The boat was a mid-tier liveaboard, which was also excellent, to be honest. It was run by an Italian company. 90% of the guests on board were Italian, which meant, you know, the food was 98% Italian food. You had soup, you had pasta, you had a main and dessert. So if you want to lose weight on one of these things, forget it. But I'll tell you what though, the chef on board that boat was bloody amazing. And he baked and cooked everything himself. And even his cakes and baking was just absolutely phenomenal. So that was really good. Martina and Volta, the 2 dive guides, well, Volta is one of the owners. They were brilliant, really accommodating for everything, really good. They got to make money, so at the end of the day, the liveaboard was cheap for Maldives standards, but wasn't cheap. But on board, you had to pay like a drinks package, 90 euros for the week, which for me worked out better because I was drinking more than 2 beers a day. But if you wanted beer, if you want soft drinks, if you want sparkling water, and if you want an espresso coffee, it's all part of the 90 euro package. So that was worthwhile for me. Otherwise, all you get is water and a tea and coffee station. Like I said, the food was great. You got a lot of it, which was also awesome. There was many other extras. You had to pay for Wi-Fi per device as well, so that was 20 euros. Then they sting you with 90 euro. They call it accommodation tax, but it's not, it's a service charge. So where I come from, a service charge is a tip. They try to make out that it goes against the running of the boat costs. So they also they ask you to donate tips to the crew, at the end on top of your €90. So I did anyway, because the crew were really good. The Donny was really good. Like I said, I can't really fault it. It's just been really good. There's just been a few penny pinching bits, but they're there to make a business. So all in all, I booked through divetheworld.com. I always book through them for liveaboards. The payment terms were beneficial for me for that company, and they've always been really good. And if you're a returning guest, you get a discount as well. So shout out to Dive the World. So the Maldives liveaboard trip has been excellent. Would certainly recommend Princess Haleema. There's 2 other boats as well, which are within the group, all run by the same people, the Italians. But again, food was amazing, diving was good. It's a shame that the weather impacted. I couldn't get over to the west coast of the atolls. But like I said, there's nothing really I can do about that. But I've had really good diving. I've had really good fun, and would absolutely recommend Princess Haleema. Thanks for watching. I hope you found it useful. There's loads of people walking around today because the weather's so shit. So what I'll do is I'm going to do another video of where I'm currently staying, which is a resort, which I was supposed to do some resort diving, but that's been impacted by the weather as well. But that will be on my second video. So thanks for watching. If you've got any questions about the liveaboard, please drop me a note, and I'll answer and get back to you ASAP.